My mom was about 60 years old, and she did a ruthless spiritual inventory of her life, which means that she looked back on her life and looked at some things and reflected on her life. When she was young, about age 7, she was baptized, but they never talked to her about what it meant to follow Jesus. She married my dad, who was a pastor, and she did everything that a person could do to fulfill the religious obligations of her church. She attended church Sunday morning, Sunday night, Wednesday night, but she realized in that moment that she had Jesus in her head, but she never really asked Jesus to come into her heart. And so my mom at age 60, as a pastor's wife, realized she needed to be saved. She needed to ask Jesus to come into her life and totally surrender her life to him. And so that experience changed her forever. She started singing the hymns that she'd sung for decades. And all of a sudden those hymns became not just songs, but they became declarations of faith. And the Bible that she had read for a long, long time, that was basically information and was good stuff, for her all of a sudden became life to her. It became bread to her soul. And it just totally transformed her existence. I would encourage you to stop and think about your own life and where you are. Those people around you. Never assume that the people who are in close proximity to you, whether it be at church, your family, your neighborhood, your workplace, never assume that the people around you have done that. We were praying for people one Wednesday night, and I went over and prayed for a young man, and then I finished, I came back, I felt Holy Spirit say clearly, ask him about his spiritual condition. So a little bit awkwardly, I walked over back to him, and I just said to him, I just feel like I need to ask you this. How are you doing spiritually? What's your spiritual condition right now? He got tears in his eyes, and he realized that the same thing that so many people have, like my mom realized. And so he had never made that journey, that 18-inch journey. So I asked Pastor Joe to come down, and we led him to Christ, and he surrendered his life to Jesus. He was baptized the next Sunday, and he's really excited about his life and how God has worked in it. That's why we're here on earth, is to help people find Christ. There's nothing like it. He can do things we could never do on our own. So I just encourage you, don't underestimate what God can do in your life as the Holy Spirit leads you.